Hey guys, what's good? What's going on? Massive Beats here, checking in from the bass department at Guitar Center. 2018 Fender basses have never looked so complicated and confusing as of now. Elite, Original Series, Professional, what gives? Well, let's do a little walk and talk about that. We're going to be looking mostly here at the Fender basses. I'm not dissing Ibanez or anything like that. Like those a lot. So Squier, we're going to fly over these really quickly. Good basses. Let's walk through Squier. If you're on a budget, solid basses. By the way, 5-string Ibanez, great playability. But let's move on to, here we go. Here we got a American Professional, which used to be called Deluxe, with some upgrades and a different neck shape here. If you like Fender, you might like, or Music Man, might like the G&L, but terrible resale value. Here we got another Squier. Look how it looks like. Look at the looks of that Geddy Lee inspired neck. Anyways, now back to the issue at hand. In 1963, American Original Series P-Bass, old school, 1949. This is not a vintage reissue. This is sort of like with slightly modern appointments. We're going to be talking about it. I tried it out. I loved it. If there's anything about this video to take home, I loved it. 1899 PJ bass. It's called the Precision, but it's a Fender Elite Precision. Talk about that too. I have one of those. And here we go. The American Professional. Used to be called Standard. Price went up in that green. Love it or hate it. I like it. It looked great. Played it. Not a huge fan sound-wise, but this bass here with its heavy neck tilting down. I don't know. It's kind of like, doesn't have all the upgrades over the last 20 years, but the sound, it just sounded better. I don't know what it is. Maybe we tweaked it too much. Maybe this company has been tweaking the same thing. You add all the parts, and in the end, it doesn't sound better. Maybe there was some magic to the older stuff. But here we go. By the way, this is a passive. You get that in seafoam green. I'll show it a little bit later. For $8.99, you get that Geddy Lee neck passive bass. They're sort of special runs. We used to be called that. They are hard to get in passive. They're making them now again in active. Try to get it in passive. They're good basses, thin neck. All right, let's try this guy here. Here we got a 60s jazz bass. Original Series in red. I played it. Wasn't that impressed as I was with the Precision. But they'll have more of these. They'll do different years and so forth. More expensive than the Elite even. And now we got the 5-string Elite. That's an ash body. And great. And so here's that special $8.99 bass. Sometimes you get it for $7.99. They're still good, but they've been out for a long time. I think people are over that color now. Again, Fender Elite's a great bass. You get the 18-volt preamp. You can run in active and passive. That new type of neck. I mean, everything's perfect on that bass. It just depends if you like that sound. But you can get a vintage sound out of it. Different colors. You know. It depends what rocks you, but you have to try these out. I have one of them if you check on my channel. An Elite 5. It's great. Craftsmanship is amazing. Out! Look at this beauty. Look at this beauty. This is a American Professional. I would probably take an Elite over a American Professional. But one of my favorites is the Elite Precision with the rosewood fretboard, because you're getting two basses. You get the active, the passive, and you're getting a jazz bass and a precision bass. So again, I don't know, you're getting four basses out of it. That would be and sounded best too, in a way. Geddy Lee American. Yeah, if you're into that sound, it's just, we've seen too many Geddy Lee necks and too many Geddy Lee basses, and the cheaper versions, I think they evaluate themselves with that. So now, Fender is now a company that has original series. Let's have a look at that really quick. We got original series, we got Elite, which are higher in the price range, and then we got the Professional, which is also gone higher. And they don't say which one's better. There used to be this clear hierarchy. Now we got like three, and they just happen to be different. So on the website, the latest product sort of is the American original bass. You gotta market something new. Guitar Center, I would just test them all out against each other, because it's easy to say, this bass is so much better, and how is it better? I mean, how is it better? How is it better when, like, a year ago the Elite was the rage, and now, or the American Professional? Why is that now so much better if we go retro? So I think you have to see through the marketing. But that one bass that caught my attention is this one right here, the American Original 60s Precision bass in blue. But the one that I tested was just something there. Then maybe put a little bit of foam in the back there. That is a great bass. But just because I'm saying I loved it, somebody else might say, you know what? Nope, I like that bright sound. I need that modern sound. So it's always a discussion about that. Then they add some modern appointments. All you vintage fanatics out there, you know exactly what the difference is. I don't even want to pretend that I know that. And if you go to their website, it's gotten more confusing. It's gotten more expensive. Maybe that's their job. So it's wild out there. And then it depends if you need a 5. One bass I would stay away from is probably the American Professional Precision 5. So the 5-string Precision's kind of odd. You don't see many of these. But they have a weak B string from what I've tested and from what I've heard. If I would change one thing on my tobacco burst, that's mine right there that I have, probably would like to try that with a rosewood fretboard or ebony fretboard for a slightly darker sound.
Whatever they did to this bass.
Massive Beats out. This is a rant video. I just took you guys shopping. Nothing really stands out. And then I take the basses, and then I go back, and then I'm grabbing a Music Man, and I'm a Music Man fan. I really love the Music Man, and some of those Music Mans didn't sound as good. They sounded a bit, I don't know, dull and one-trick ponies. And I'm offending a lot of Music Man guys right there. I know that. Because I'm a Music Man fan. I love him. I think that growl, that Music Man growl. But sometimes you don't get that, Sometimes you're picking up a fan who's like, that's just right. I get it, why that's on every record. And probably you got to admit, it's the precision. And again, me being a jazz bass fan and Music Man fan first. But when it comes down to it, if you got that precision tone, oh yeah, Massive Beats out.